Hello, I'm Bill Shoke, President and CEO of WestPay. Welcome to the Payments Perspective Podcast, where we help you to navigate your payments journey one episode at a time. We bring together industry leaders to discuss timely and relevant payments topics and explore the most important issues impacting our industry. The Payments Perspective Podcast is brought to you by WestPay, where our mission is to build and share knowledge to guide members through their payments journey, from concept to operation.
Welcome back to the Payments Perspective Podcast by WestPay. Thank you for being here. My name is Patty Presta, and I'm Vice President of Education and Events. Our topic today is implementing a trusted contact program for your seniors. So today I'm pleased to welcome Athena Mayfield, who is Assistant Vice President of Operations and Payments at UFirst Credit Union here in Utah. Athena, thanks for joining me today. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to talk
Well, I'm
about
happy that you're here. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do at UFirst Credit Union. UFirst Credit Union.
Yes. So I am the AVP of Operations and Payments, and I've been with the credit union for over close to 13 years. And I oversee the card services department, the fraud, payments, and branch operations. Those are my realm of stewardship.
So you wear a lot of hats, huh?
Yes, I do.
So it's funny, you and I were together a few weeks ago at the Federal Reserve, and I'm not sure how we got to talking about elder financial exploitation, but Athena, I'd love to have you share with everybody the concept that you were telling me in the program that you're implementing at your credit union about this trusted shared contact. Because I have to be honest, it's the first time I've ever heard of this.
Yeah, sure. So I'm excited to talk about this because my organization, we established a program for our members to add a trusted contact, like a family member, a friend, an attorney, even somebody who our members trust. And we wanted to have them add this to their account so that if we felt like there was any concerns, such as fraud, their members being scammed, they had some health issues or anything like that, that we could reach out to them to help us assist the member. So it is something that my president has wanted in the credit union for several years now. And it's something that's not out in the industry. There's not very many, but some of our some webinars that I've been attending have started to talking about trusted contact. So we implemented this program probably like 2 weeks ago. So it's really new to us, but we're excited to offer this to our members. It's a voluntary program. And what we hope to accomplish is to make a difference for our members, especially when we know that they're being taken advantage of. And when we're talking to members, sometimes they don't believe us when they're being a victim, because our fraudsters are very savvy, and they build this relationship of trust with these members. So the members, when we're telling them, hey, you're being scammed, we really think that this is a romance scam or any sort of scam, that they're not going to win the lottery, they sometimes tend not to believe us. And so having this trusted contact program, as long as they've signed up for it and we have something on file, then we can reach out to the contact and just let them know that we have a concern for the members' well-being, financial well-being, and see if they can intervene. Now, when we're talking to these trusted contacts, we're not giving them access to the member's account. They cannot transact. They cannot have any authority over the member. It's simply us reaching out and saying, hey, we need you to assist with this person because we feel we have a concern for their financial well-being. And so that's the kind of the...
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So a couple of things is so that this would be so let me see if I can understand this. I am I own the account. My daughter Lee is not on it. Okay. I'm just an old lady. I live by myself. My husband's long gone.
Sure.
So this would be where you think something suspect. I've got this boyfriend in Croatia. and I'm sending money, and you're like, Patty, is it, do you really want to do this? And I'm adamant. So you would call Leah and say, your mom, we think she might be a victim. That's basically how it works, right?
Right. So we would talk to you first, Patty. We would
Oh, okay.
talk to you and say, hey, we have concerns. We think this is a scam. And we strongly recommend that you don't send this money to Croatia, right? We feel like this is fraud. And the members, like, they can be very adamant. So you might be saying, no, I know this person, I've met them. And sometimes they say that I've met them through chat. Sometimes fraudsters actually even meet their victims in person. So they make it really believable that they're true. And so they're just really good at building their story for this person and building that relationship of trust with the members. And they prey on the vulnerabilities of members, of loneliness. So they're coming at them from all different angles. So what we would do is we'd call Leah and just say, we have a concern with Patty, that we feel that she is being a victim of a scam, and that could you reach out to her and talk to her about her financial well-being. That's really all that we're able to disclose, because we won't give out any proprietary information or any transactional information at that nature. So, but that's what we would do. And we would hope to have Leah then contact you. And Leah is more than welcome to kind of contact us back and just say, hey, I spoke to my mom. This is what's going on. She's very adamant. But I too, and a lot of times, because we've not had this program, but we've ended up talking with family members in the past experience. So this only helps enhance our process in the fraud area. But when we have family members call us back, they're like, yes, we suspect our mom is involved in this scam, and we'll talk to them. And sometimes they help us, and other times the members will continue to do that, or they end up closing their account and going elsewhere because they get so much pressure from us. And we're not trying to do that. We're just trying to help safeguard their money. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's the members' money. But we're trying to help them so that they don't lose all their money, because they are targeting the older demographics. So it's very difficult when you see all their money just drained from their account, and they don't really have anything to live on anyway, at least from what I can see from our perspective. Now, they may have other accounts elsewhere, but to us, it looks like we're their primary, and they're giving out all their money to these scammers. And it's very heartbreaking to see. So we're just trying to help any way we can, because at the end of the day, it is their money, but we want to help safeguard them as much as we can, as the best we can. And having this trusted contact gives us an added tool so that we can help facilitate some sort of intervention if at all possible.
So you brought up a couple of points I wanted to make, and then I have another question I want to ask you. I actually, we're putting together an elder forum for November 1st, and I've got some amazing, and I'm proud to call them friends, from law enforcement and CFPB, and pulling together this forum. I was told by the CFPB that what they're seeing recently, and is for the scams, is courses we have scams still is very high, and also PC repair and sales. And I just a week ago, and Jim and Connie know this in common, I got this really funky thing that popped up on my screen. It was scrolling, and a woman was like, Siri was talking to me, call this 800 number. Of course, I knew it was a scam. I called our tech support, and he said, they're an outside source, and they said, we're seeing a lot of this with the elders. And of course, I'm almost an elder. But another thing I wanted to mention is, this is interesting. When you're talking to the elder, you have to say, Patty, you've had your account with us for 47 years. You trusted us to protect your money, and that's what we're trying to do, right? And many times, I've heard this as of late, is that institutions are closing the account because they can't knowingly go to bed at night knowing that this woman is being taken advantage of, and she's adamant. And especially when it comes to family members, because 90% of fraud, elder exploitation, is family. So like if I'm Patty and you've got the trusted contact, is it Leah that's taken advantage of me, or is it the grandson? And that's another, I think you probably run into it a lot, is this is my grandson, it's my money, I can do what I want with it,
Right.
especially when it comes to family.
Right.
And I wanted to ask you, I think you had reached out to some members in the area, the Salt Lake City area, like 4 or 5 years ago. I think you chatted with some peers, and they didn't even know what this was. So this is a fairly new program, I guess, right?
That is correct. So
Now,
go
how do
ahead.
you market this? Like, are you marketing this to the elders? Are you starting with sole proprietor or sole account holders, or how is that? How are you rolling this out? I guess.
So what we did is we took our database, our membership database, and we filtered it from like 60 and older. And we were looking for right now for members who are just sole owners on their account, because those are the hardest ones to, like, if you're having trouble and you're the only one on the account, there's no one else to call, right? So we want to first start there. But this is only the first phase. We plan on rolling it out eventually to everyone in our organization, and get it down to where when we have new account openings that anyone can add a trusted contact. That's the end game. But for right now, we're marketing to the seasonal generation, as they call it. But so what we did is we took that database, we sorted them out, we filtered, and then we created a letter, and we had legal involved. We've had so many different people look to make sure that it was correct. And we have sent out an email communication, and we're also doing mail letters. We also created an internal system that allows us to, so we want to make this easy for our members. So we created this system so a member can either call in or come into the branch and add a trusted contact as easy as that. We try to make it as simple as possible. And we're basically just asking for their name, the relationship, and a contact number or email address. So just basic information so that we have that on file. So if we need to use it, we can. And so that's kind of the gist of it. So, but we'll continue to market this over time, and it will also evolve as the program develops. But right now we're in an infancy. Like I said, we've only been out for like 2 weeks on our communication,
Right,
and it's only
right.
for a really small group of people. And we'll keep targeting all groups and all demographics eventually.
Kind of like a pilot program. Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
that is
And
correct.
another thing I was thinking about is I think this is great the way you're doing it, like 60 plus,
Mhm.
because we at that age still have the cognitive, we don't have any cognitive impairment, right? So it's like, wow, I've had my account with Athena's credit union since I was like in my 20s. Now I'm 62, and this is great. They're looking to protect me because right now I know the decisions I'm making, but we mostly see this. Well, I shouldn't say mostly, but a lot of the exploitation is when we become, um, we don't have that cognitive decision making, right? So to
Sure.
have that trusted contact before we see this happen, because that's where, the older we get, we're seeing
Yes.
it more with the elders, right? That they don't remember making that decision. So that's awesome. Do you have any other
Yeah.
thoughts or I think this is amazing, and I am excited for this to go out on our podcast so other institutions, because like I said, I've talked to some folks since we've been talking about that, and not a lot of people know about it. FIs know about it, so I think this is an amazing program and one other step that we can take to protect our elders. Any
Yeah.
any last thoughts that you want to share?
Other than I would encourage other financial institutions to do this. I think it can be very beneficial for them and for their membership to have that added trusted contact, because I mean we have a lot of different fraud tools in our arsenal. When we suspect things, I mean we can call the police, we can call Adult Protective Services,
Mhm.
but having that trusted contact on file as well it just adds to the layer of things that we can do to help safeguard the member. So I would really encourage all financial institutions to start looking into that. And there's a lot of there's more webinars and things and information out there for the trusted contact that is now more prevalent than it was 5 years ago when I first started looking into this. So please try to consider opening or doing this program for your own institutions.
Well, you are on the cutting edge. You are an early adopter. You are my superwoman. I think this is amazing. I'm so excited. Now, Athena, thank you for joining me today. This is so near and dear to my heart. And I'm hoping that if we get specific questions from our members, I could probably pass them on to you. You'd be okay with that?
Absolutely. Love to help anyone who's got questions.
Awesome. Awesome. So thank you. I really, again, appreciate so much you spending time. So if anybody wants to contact Athena, because I could answer some questions, but if you're looking to implement this at your financial institution, you can contact me and I'll get you that secret back phone number for Athena. And thank you to our members for listening in today. And if you're interested in becoming a member of WestPay, if you're not already, visit our membership page by following the link that you're going to see in this description. And remember, you can subscribe to our Payments Perspective podcast anywhere that you watch your podcasts now, and they're available. So please join us next time as we continue to work together in shaping the future of payments. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you all have a pleasant day.
Thank you.
I hope I see you get another workshop somewhere.